The signal from Messier 79 in 2027, deep within the control center of the European Space Agency in Darmstadt, Germany, a red alert flickered quietly on the screen of astrophysicist Dr. Alina Karska. The message was short, stripped of emotion, and deeply unnatural. Data anomaly detected M79 quadrant repeating sequence logged. At first, no one noticed it. Messier 79, or M79, is a distant globular cluster 42,000 light-years away in the constellation Lepus. It's beautiful, yes, but largely unremarkable. That is, until the pattern began repeating. It wasn't just background noise or a fast radio burst. It wasn't even a pulsar. The signal had structure, intermittent pauses and bursts, or rhythm that resembled a coded language. Every 11 minutes, it would repeat. At first, Alina and her team assumed it was some kind of natural pulsation, perhaps a neutron star. But decoding systems flagged something bizarre. The pattern matched no known astrophysical process, but instead bore resemblance to binary encoded data streams, like those used in old Earth satellite transmissions. But there's more. The Voyager Echo NASA joined the investigation days later, when the signal was converted into visual frequency and mapped onto 2D grids. It formed a spiral shape, then a circle, then something unmistakable: coordinates. Roughly translated, the signal pointed to a location within our own solar system, the edge of the Oort cloud. And then it got creepier. The exact location matched the last known trajectory of Voyager 1, which had gone silent 2 years earlier after 50 years of travel. Everyone thought it was dead. But the signal from M79 was echoing back from the same direction as Voyager 1. Except there was no known transmission being sent from Voyager. Not anymore. NASA issued a full blackout. The public was told Voyager had simply lost contact permanently. But behind the scenes, an emergency mission was planned, one kept entirely off books. Under NATO's highest clearance level, they called it Project Daedalus, the silent mission. Launched from a black site base in Kazakhstan under the guise of a weather surveillance probe, Daedalus I was unmanned but powered by experimental quantum routing AI. Its sole purpose, to reach the edge of the solar system, intercept the returning signal, and confirm its origin. As Daedalus approached the designated zone months later, its telemetry went haywire. Multiple instruments picked up interference that didn't match any solar or cosmic radiation. It was clean, intentional. One of the instruments, a neutrino detector, logged a shock wave of particles forming a nearly perfect grid, of formation that should not exist in nature. That's when Daedalus sent its final image. It showed a dark metallic structure, unlike anything ever seen before. Floating motionless, completely silent, and twice the size of the International Space Station. The object had no identifying marks, no thrusters, and reflected almost no light. Then, transmission cut. Daedalus was lost. The official denial: the world never heard about the signal. Officially, the Voyager mission was retired. The Daedalus mission was never acknowledged, and Dr. Alina Karska was reassigned to deep ice research in Antarctica against her will. But a month after she disappeared from the public eye, a short encrypted video was sent anonymously to several scientific institutions, including CERN. In the video, Dr. Karska appears in what looks like a bunker. She looks terrified. She says one sentence before the screen cuts to black. They're not coming from M79. It's a reflection. The reflection that shouldn't exist. The message from Dr. Alina Karska: they're not coming from M79. It's a reflection, sent shockwaves through the few scientific teams that received it. But none dared speak publicly. The message was quickly suppressed. CERN denied any knowledge of it. The file was deleted from their internal servers just 48 minutes after receipt, but not before it was secretly copied by a junior astrophysicist named Jonas Emmerich, who had always believed the universe had deeper truths than governments allowed. Jonas vanished from public record 2 weeks later. His apartment was left untouched. His devices were gone. Only one encrypted note was posted anonymously on a deep web forum: "They're not sending a signal. We are seeing ourselves from somewhere else." The reverse engine 6 months later, buried in a level 6 classified report from the European Southern Observatory. A strange experiment was outlined. It was called the Murawski Protocol. The theory was born from Alina's last words. What if the signal wasn't being sent from M79, but bounced off it? What if something at the edge of our solar system was projecting our own signals outward, delayed by time, distorted by distance, and then reflecting versions of ourselves back toward us? The math was nearly impossible, but the AI simulations didn't lie. If true, the implications were terrifying. There was something, or someone, stationed near the Oort cloud, not just watching but mimicking. And worse, the reflected signal wasn't a perfect copy. The binary code, when reversed and converted to audible sound, contained voices, familiar voices, and one phrase repeated over and over again. Though fragmented, we saw them first. Return of the silent Voyager. Then something no one predicted happened. On a quiet night in July 2028, Voyager 1 sent a signal. A clear, strong signal. The first in nearly 3 years. It wasn't from its known transmitter. It was a completely different frequency, one not registered in any of its original designs. The message contained a single image. A blurry, wide-angle shot of deep space. In the center was an object, metallic, circular, but slightly warped, like it was being bent by gravity or time itself. NASA ran the coordinates through every star chart available. The background stars didn't match our sky dot at all. It was from a different part of the universe entirely. Which begged one question: where exactly was Voyager 1? The Echo object. Back at ESA, remnants of the old Daedalus data had been preserved in encrypted backups. With renewed urgency, a secret team was brought together to reanalyze the moment before Daedalus shut down. Inside the last 10 seconds of the final transmission, there were interference bursts that resembled audio data, not just static. When processed through quantum-resonant audio filters, the team isolated a signal that made their blood run cold. It was Dr. Alina Karska's voice, not a recording, not a message, a live feed. But she was gone, supposedly reassigned. No public appearances, no communications, no traces. And in the recording, she was speaking calmly, like a scientist giving a presentation. If this is reaching you, I am not on Earth anymore. I don't know where I am, but I can see Earth. Not one but two. They're not mirrors. They're windows. And something is about to cross through them. The transmission ended with a sharp tone like a pressure alarm. Then silence. Project Obsidian global space agencies met behind closed doors. A secret protocol was reactivated. Project Obsidian, a system of underground observatories once built during the Cold War to detect alien signals, was rebooted. Over the next 3 weeks, a single object was tracked, slow, cold, silent, moving on a curved arc, darkly toward Saturn. Its shape, a massive ring fractured on one side, emitting no heat, reflecting no light. But when enhanced through gravitational lensing, they saw it clearly. It was not a ship. It was a gate, and it was opening.